Good evening and welcome to West's Report. I'm Jennifer Kraft.
And I'm Dawn Catamusto. On Wednesday, April 17th, Cherry Hill West held its annual Deca Fashion Show. It was performed in the West Auditorium at 2:30 p.m. and lasted until 11 that night. The fashions modeled range from casual dress for the beach to elegant formal wear for any prom. Many West students who saw the show commented on what a big success it turned out to be, and how this year's performance was even better than previous years. Some of the clothes featured were from Merry-Go-Round, Attractions, Benetton, and Jean Nicole.
The sophomore cotillion was held last Saturday, April 20th, and it seemed to be quite a success. This mini prom was held in West's own cafeteria with a buffet of good food and speakers full of good music. This is the first sophomore cotillion held in West in quite a few years, but by the way it turned out, it doesn't seem to be the last.
Cherry Hill should be proud of our very own ice hockey team, the Cougars. On April 1st, this local sports team pulled off one of the biggest wins in South Jersey sports history. This ice hockey team, consisting of boys from East and West, captured the Delaware Valley's top prize, the Flyers Cup. It was the first time our team in the white shirts ever won the cup or even competed in the Flyers Cup competition. With 8 minutes remaining, we went ahead 2-1 when Mike Black scored. 3 minutes later, Conestoga knotted the game to set the stage for the finish. With 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the game, the third and winning goal was scored, giving our team a 3-2 win. Here we see the victorious team displaying the winning Flyers Cup. Congratulations to all the team members for a job well done. And now to our special sports reporter, Alan Lindenbaum.
Big story in sports this week was the varsity baseball team, which raised its record to 7-1 by beating Highland and Eastern. On Thursday against Highland, the team had a comeback win. After trailing 3-2 in the fifth, they scored 5 runs in the final 2 innings of the game to win it 7-3. The highlight of the game was a 3-run triple in the 7th inning by Ken Crevetti. Then on Friday, they won again, this time beating Eastern 5-1. Alan Brumball broke a 1-1 tie in the 6th inning with a 2-run single to win the game. The team has now won its last 7 games since losing to Paul VI 4-2 on opening day. They're number 1 in their conference, and they're ranked 6th in South Jersey by the Philadelphia Inquirer. The West pitching staff has let up just 14 runs all season for a team ERA of 1.75. They were supposed to play Paul VI this week, but won't because of the strike.
And now for the highly acclaimed feature, What's Hip with Fred and Jim.
When most people think of Italy, they might think of gondolas or ancient ruins. Though Italy's past might be important to the natives who live there, what's going on now is what's important. As many of you know, many hip things did not originate in this country.
Right, Fred. Many groups such as Duran Duran or Wham were phenomenons in Europe before they were ever heard of in this country. Fashion as well. The oversized look and T-shirts with bold statements on them were popularized in England and all through Europe before they were ever worn in America. And this week we had the chance to talk to someone who's just been to Europe, Italy that is, through Cherry Hill West Foreign Exchange Program. That's right, I'm Jim Sutcliffe.
And I'm Fred Rose, and we're here to tell you what's hip in Italy. We're here with Angelique, who just got back from Italy. Let's start by, what are the kids like in Italy? What do they do and where do they hang out?
Okay, in Italy there's squares in the center of towns called piazzas, and people will go there and just talk. It's just a meeting place. And they also go to bars, and to dance they go to discos.
Okay, what about popular groups? What are the popular groups over in England?
Tears for Fears, Simple Minds, U2, and Depeche Mode.
What about American popular groups such as Prince and Madonna?
They know who Prince and Madonna are, but they're not popular at all. They just know them by sight and by the music.
What about movies? What kind of movies does Italy get?
They get American films and English films just as much as they get their own films.
Okay, that's a pretty hip outfit you have on there. Is that from Italy? And could you tell me a little bit about the fashion over there?
Okay, this is from Italy. I got it as a gift from the girl I stayed with. And this season, the color's light blue and a lot of floral prints and paisley prints.
So colors are in rather than certain types of clothes?
Yes.
Would you think that this would be big in America in a year or two? Do you think this is coming down the...
I think in less than a year or two.
Okay, well, that's about all we have time for, Angelique. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate it.
And tune in next week for another episode of What's Hip?
Some interesting announcements are, on April 26th and 27th, the Home and School Association will be sponsoring a flea market here at West. On April 28th, the Philly Fanatics' birthday will be held in the Vet Stadium and Cherry Hill West Marching Band has been invited to march. And on May 19th, the Cherry Hill West Music Department is holding a trip to Hershey Park. If anyone is interested in going, the cost is $17 per person, and get in touch with Mr. Abick or Mr. Williams in the band room. With the junior and senior proms coming up, I was lucky enough to speak to Mrs. Jerry Wright, the senior class advisor, about proms and what exactly goes into the preparation of one. Thank you for coming, Mrs. Wright. How long have you been the senior class advisor?
I've been with the class of 1985 for the past 4 years.
It's quite long. There's so much to do in order to make the prom successful. How far ahead do you have to start planning?
I think we started last year about this time. As soon as the junior prom was over, we started working like the next day on the senior prom. There is a lot of planning that goes into it. Most people don't realize all the behind-the-scenes work that we have to do. With the senior prom, we have 500 to 600 people that we expect to attend, so it's very difficult to find a restaurant or a hall that's large enough to accommodate that many people. So we spend a lot of time going around to the various places in the area, trying to find a place that meets our needs and that we feel will provide a high-quality meal and evening for the students. So we've been working on it since last May, and it does take a lot of time.
Okay. There is a prom committee. Who picks the people to be in this committee?
Okay, the prom committee is open to any senior. We began meeting, I guess, in December sometime, and any senior that's interested in serving on this committee is welcome to come to the meetings, to one or all of them, to give their opinion, to have a voice in terms of the decisions that we make for the prom. So it's open to anyone.
Okay. Does the senior class treasury absorb any of the prom expenses?
Yeah, this year we're absorbing quite a bit of the expense. The cost of the ticket will just cover each student's meal. The class is paying for the music, the class is paying for the flowers, any other decorations, everything except for the meal, the class is absorbing the cost for. And we do this in an effort to keep the cost of the ticket down so as many students can come as possible.
Okay. Also, I've been told that there's something new going on this year for the proms. There's supposed to be slips of paper in the pockets of each tuxedo, and there's supposed to be slips of paper in each box of flowers for the girls. And it's a slip of paper that will tell you the dangers of drunk driving and a phone number that you can call in case of you can't drive home.
Right.
What do you think about that?
Okay, this is something that we have an organization at West this year called Students Against Drunk Driving, and in an effort to deal with this problem, they have been doing a lot of preparation with the proms, and this is one of the things we're doing. I personally think it's a very good idea, and the school supports it. Proms are kind of a mixed thing in my mind. It's one of the happiest times for kids, but it can also be one of the most tragic times, and anything that we can do to assure that kids are going to not only have a good time, but a safe time, I think that, we're really in favor of, so it's a good idea.
Okay, thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you for watching the West Report. Join us again next week. Good night.
Good night.
This is Channel B15, your Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's exciting news-packed edition of Eastcast. I'm Marianne Semikowski, along with Alan Keller, who's filling in for Alex Stappolito, presenting you with East's news. First, a happy birthday one day late to William Shakespeare, who was 421 yesterday. Also belated wishes to Miguel Cervantes. Tonight's feature story is the Knowledge Bowl team's victory on Thursday. The team reasoned their way to another victory against Eastern. East pulled through some close spots to top Eastern with a final score of 325 to 250. The team consists of seniors Gary Gordon, Bruce Cohen, and senior captain Eric Simonoff and junior Mark Lemberg. Alternates are junior Jeff Wallach and sophomore Doug Sipp. Coaches Mr. Mark Pinzer and Miss Peggy Beck are busy priming the team for their next round en route to the finals. They will play the winner of the Lenape-Pennsauken match May 16th. Last year, the team won the entire bowl and was named first for the second year in a row. Let's hope for another replay. The Spanish Club at East has an action-packed month of May planned, beginning with elections on May 2nd and the Cinco de Mayo luncheon on May 3rd. Later in the month, the softball games against the Far East Society, Cherry Hill High School West, and East Language Clubs will be held. Perhaps the most important event recently was yesterday, when Marcia Edmondson, Jonathan Mangle, and advisor Mr. Craig Burgess presented Principal Anthony Cost with their symbol of help for the Statue of Liberty.
On behalf of the membership of Cherry Hill East Spanish Club, we would like to present to you this Statue of Liberty commemorative double eagle coin. This is in honor of the Statue of Liberty's 100th birthday, and the Statue of Liberty stood as a symbol of honor and freedom to many people of cultural backgrounds throughout the world. We feel this is an appropriate gift to you, Mr. Cost, and to the school in honor of the Statue of Liberty.
Thank you very much. I appreciate this very much. And as you say, the Statue of Liberty is a very important symbol to this country. And this will be located in a place of honor in the school so that other people can view it and know that it came from the Spanish Club. And again, I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
On Friday, Student Congress presented the 6th Annual Variety Show. Incredible talent was displayed by all participants who sang, danced, played instruments, were entertained to a full house. Rumor has it that this was the best show ever. Congratulations to the organizers, the student government, MCs, and everyone who participated. Again, a pat on the back to the student body who supported this activity and turned the closing into a spontaneous dance party. The mock trial team finished their long season recently when they lost in regional competition to Ocean City at the Toms River County Courthouse. Congratulations should go to the entire team who were Camden County champs, especially to John Shipley, Val Hamilton, John Kellerman, Julian Cohen, Raquel Stote, Sukin Shaw, and the entire jury. The team wishes to thank advisor Ms. Donna Jepson and attorney coach Mr. Bob Egan. Congratulations to the East Wind Ensemble, who received a Superior Award of a score of 148.1 out of a possible 150 points at the Trenton State College Concert Festival this past Friday. The Wind Ensemble had the highest score out of the 43 concert bands and wind ensembles at the three-day festival. East is proud of the accomplishments of the music department. Tomorrow is another concert that you can attend. Sarah Goldberg spoke with musician Mark Lemberg.
This Thursday night, there's going to be a music concert featuring jazz ensemble and lab band. We're talking to Mark Lemberg, the lead alto sax in the jazz ensemble. Mark, tell us what is different about jazz ensemble from all the other music bands at East?
Well, basically, what's different is that it's the only band to use electronic instrumentation. Aside from the horns, the saxophones, trombones, and trumpets, we use the electric piano, vibes, an electric keyboard, electric guitar, and a bass. And whereas most of the other bands are simply winds or the orchestra strings. And we also play different music. We play jazz.
We've heard a lot about the competitions jazz ensemble has been in. Can you tell us something about that?
Well, the biggest, it wasn't exactly a competition, but our biggest honor this year was playing at the inauguration, presidential inauguration at the ball, the New Jersey State Republican Ball. And as a matter of fact, last Monday we played at Governor Kane's birthday party at the Hyatt House. We've competed in the Cherokee Jazz Festival in Pennsauken. Last Sunday we were in Warminster at Archbishop Wood. And we won various awards at all these competitions.
Mark, what is the difference between jazz ensemble and lab band?
Well, basically the difference is that we have more than enough musicians to fill up two bands. And so we have two bands to guess the number of people. It's by audition.
Okay. Thank you. Don't miss the concert Thursday the 25th. This is Sarah Goldberg for Eastcast.
The one-act plays are in full swing now as the casts, directors, and stage managers prepare for the May 4th performance. All the plays will be judged, and the winner will proceed to the Bucks County Playhouse for a performance. Best of luck to all. Not only has spring arrived, but so has the time to get ready for the senior prom. Tickets are $40 per couple for the prom, scheduled for May 30th at Nero's Woodbine Inn. The prom will go from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. and a buffet dinner will be served. Tickets can be purchased after school for about 2 more weeks. That means get up the courage to ask that great guy or special girl soon. The prom is going to be very fantastic. The junior prom will be held on Friday, May 10th from 7:30 to 1 a.m. at the Hyatt House. Tickets have already been sold for $45 a couple. The theme for the prom will be One More Night by Phil Collins. The dress will be formal, gowns and tuxedos. For more information, please see the Junior Class News Bulletin.
The sophomore cotillion will be held on Saturday, May 18th. It will be held in the cafeteria from 8 to 12 p.m. Dinner will be a buffet setup and the catering will be done by Carrera. The entertainment will be provided by Silver Sound. Tickets were sold this week for $22 per couple or $11 for a single ticket. The speech team members are preparing for their upcoming competition in the National Catholic Forensic League Finals at the end of May. Congratulations to winners Raquel Stote and Eric Simonoff and my co-anchor Marianne Simikowski, who qualified to represent East in the national finals, which will be held in Fort Lauderdale on Memorial Day weekend. Marianne and Raquel won first and second place, respectively, in prose and poetry, and Eric won second place in extemporaneous. Good luck in Florida over Memorial Day weekend. Channel B15 offers many televised programs for college. Tomorrow night, Recruiting Athletes, the 10th College Bound, will be aired. In addition, the verbal section of the SAT will be televised at 7:30, followed by Math Number 5 at 8 p.m.
On the sports scene, the girls' softball team beat Eastwood by a score of 10-4. Lisa Wood had a triple and became the top scorer. A fantastic double play was made by Jenny Rhodes and Trish Enright. Saturday, the girls' softball team defeated Gloucester Catholic by a sweeping score of 11-7. Great team effort was displayed by Michelle Della Vecchia, who hit a home run, and Trish Enright, who hit a triple. The team's record is 6 wins and 3 losses. Last Wednesday, the varsity lacrosse team tied Collingswood 8-8, while the JV lost 15-12. Scoring for the varsity were Julie Paulison, Blanche Brown, Nancy Udicious, and Tracy Mass. Playing well defensively were Blair Bueller and Sandy Brown. Wendy Young had 18 saves in goal. Scoring for the JV were Mary Byrne, Donna Mazuris, Diana Rossi, Chris Burke, and Sharon Foley. Playing well defensively were Kara Alsab and Lisa Barkham.
On Friday, the girls' varsity and JV lacrosse teams defeated West 14-5 and 14-3. Scoring for varsity were Nancy Udicious, Chris Joseph, Blanche Brown, Julie Paulison, Liza Fox, Colleen Doyle, Chris Burke, and Tracy Mass. JV scorers were Donna Mazuris, Mary Byrne, Diana Rossi, Nancy Petrowski, Kathy Brown, Sharon Foley, and Kathy Kunkel. Best of luck to the teams as they finish out the season. You can see this varsity East-West match after the news tonight on Channel B15. Over the weekend, 2 trophies were placed in the cases opposite the auditorium. One for the boys' soccer team for winning the Olympic Conference Championship. The second was for the girls' tennis team for their Olympic Championship win. The entire student body should be proud of their accomplishments. The boys' track team is running right into spring with some terrific performances by all team members. In a close meet with Eastern last Wednesday, the team fell slightly short and lost. Still, winning efforts were turned in by Jeff Wallach in the 400, Jim Williams in the 800, Dan Carusi in the 3200, and Scott Blanche in the javelin. Other strong performances were given by Paul Borghese, Steve Krasminski, Mike Kresloff, Brent Owens, Ed McMorrin, Gary Hoffman, and many others. Best of luck to the team for the rest of the season.
The freshman boys track team opened their season last Thursday with an 81-24 win over Edgewood. The Cougars swept the first 3 places in 4 separate events. This is an absolutely incredible result. Hopefully, this is a good sign for East Track in the future. As for girls track, they are also doing extremely well. This past weekend at the Woodbury Relays, the freshman 800-meter relay team placed 3rd, the shuttle hurdle relay team placed 5th, and the sprint medley relay team also placed 5th. Erin Halpin came in second in the invitational high jump. Congratulations to the girls and to Coach Dale Wiltsey. Modern Advances in Health is a semester course offered at East. It is taught by Mrs. Joan Saltzer. Tonight, we would like to show you one-man CPR performed by Tracy Tacknoff. Blair Bueller goes for help. Judy Alpern narrates one-man CPR.
Sir, are you okay? Can you hear me? Are you okay? Sir, unconscious. Get help.
She places her hands in the correct position, keeps her elbows straight and her shoulders over the breastbone, and begins compressions. She will give 15 compressions, then 2 breaths. She does this 4 times and then stops to check the pulse again. If there is no pulse, she begins another cycle of 15 compressions and 2 breaths. Now she stops, checks the pulse again to see how the victim's doing. But the victim remains unconscious and she begins CPR again. This is CPR Manny. Knowing him can help you to save somebody else's life.
Tonight at 7:30 in Cafeteria 1, DECA, East Distributive Education Club, is holding its annual fashion show. The prom package prize, including dinner and tickets, will be awarded. Come see the fashions and enjoy the free refreshments and door prizes. Well, that's all for tonight's edition of Eastcast. Please stay tuned for the exciting East versus West lacrosse game, which will follow the junior high school news. Along with Miss Beck, Mr. Hampson, Marianne, and the entire Eastcast crew, I'm Alan Keller, wishing you a great end of April and an even better May.
This is Channel B15, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening. My name is Justina Hannum, and I'd like to welcome you to another edition of What's News at Heritage. Joining me on tonight's show are Chris Kramer, Lisa Berger, and Dina Morrison. They're here to talk about an upcoming flea market that will be held at Heritage on May 11th. Lisa, can you please tell our viewers why you are sponsoring this flea market and where the money you take in will be going?
About a month ago, a representative from World Hunger, an organization formed to wipe out hunger around the world, came to our school and explained to us about the world hunger problem in the world. We decided that Heritage children should do something to help. We formed a flea market where all the proceeds of it would be going to the World Hunger Organization, and hopefully our money will help them help destroy world hunger.
Dina, if our viewers would like to donate items, who can they contact and what type of items would you like donated?
They can contact Mr. Fredericks or Mr. Dudlick at Heritage School, and the number is 428-5090. And we like anything from toys to clothes or anything you have lying around that's of no use to you anymore.
Chris, in addition to the items the students will be selling, is there tables for rent the parents and neighbors can get?
Yeah, there will be tables for rent. They're going to be $10 a table, and any proceeds that you take in will be yours to keep, and the $10 will go to the World Hunger Funds.
Lisa, can you please tell our viewers the date, time, and location of the flea market?
Yes, it will be on Saturday, May 11th, 1985, from 9 to 4 on the Heritage Blacktop, which is on the corner of Browning and Crescent.
Chris, if anyone needs any more information about the flea market or would like to make a monetary contribution, who can they contact?
They can contact Mr. Fredericks or Mr. Dudlick at the school also. The number is 428-5090.
Before our show comes to an end, I'd like to thank Chris, Lisa, and Dina for joining me on tonight's show and for caring so much about our hunger problem. So from Justina Hannum and Olive Heritage,
Thanks for watching What's News at Heritage.